Sup, my name is Ryu for the Yu-Gi-Oh! And normally a Tech Tuesday would be about 10 minutes, but this week I only have one card for you, so it's only going to be the one card. Now, I'm going to spend a little more time in the editing room, so just bear with me. We're talking about Darkfall, which used to be called Dark Trap Hole, and it's basically anti-pendulum supports. Basically, if you're having a problem with killer forts, I said it, killer forts, then this is the answer to it, as I said in Guide to Your Site, but I wanted to go a little more than just that. We used to basically go, so this is how we deal with Rescue Rabbit, or this is how we deal with Soul Charge. Because I know what most of you are going to say when I say both of those cards, really those times have passed, but you never know in the future when those ships will come back, you need to fucking deal with it, or you just got Infernal Reckless summoned. You never know, it's always good to be prepared. So let's talk about it. It's a normal trap card, and when your opponent special summons 2 or more face-up monsters at the same time, send those monsters to the graveyard, and then send all monsters in your opponent's hand and deck to the graveyard that have the same name as the monster sent to the graveyard by this effect. So, let's break this down. Let's talk about counters, let's talk about pros and negatives, and all what we do in Tech Tuesday. This is fucking amazing. Blackhorn, I just want to touch upon real quick, did get an errata that it does affect pendulums now, which is great. But with Darkfall here, here's where the benefit comes in. They go for the pendulum summon, they go for the drop. Anything in that drop that comes out, say it's 2-3 monsters, it's going to take out all the copies in their deck. That's like 9 fucking cards, and the ones on field, and it's going to send them to the graveyard. Now, some of you are going to go, but it stacks on top of the pendulum deck. That's fine. Use this with Fairy Wind. Use Fairy Wind after this resolves, and problem solved. You don't have to worry about it. You just broke their whole damn setup, and now they have to reset up. Or you could just MST one of them and not really have to worry about it. Some of you are probably going, well, I'm just going to use Spell Cancer. If only Spell Cancer had the stats of Jinzo, it would be a legitimate option to go against these mofos, in all honesty. But we are talking about Darkfall, because Darkfall is the shit, and you should be running out to get it. But Ryu, why are there negatives when there's always negatives? Trap Stun, Wiretap, pretty much MST bait. You know, anything that's going to stop back row, Night Beam. And we know Killer Forts are pretty much going to have that back row hate where they don't want to deal with it. And now Heavy Storm's not legal, but in the future that would dimmer down the play of this a little more. And now, if you're just using this against Killer Forts, and unless it becomes tier 0 and you're trying to main deck it, it's a pretty bad option to main deck it in that sense. It fits perfectly in a side deck for when you go against those pendulum-based decks. You just slap it down, you say, get the fuck out of here, have a nice day. Now, I did say it used to be called what was it? I have it on my phone right here. Dark Trap Hole. It used to be called Dark Trap Hole. They errated it because of the fact that then Traptrix Murillo would be able to search it, and then if it's able to search it, then you can drop this shit and just be like, they are set up real fucking quick. And that would suck for pendulums. And Konami doesn't want pendulums to die already. They want them to go, we're the best around, and no one's ever gonna take us down. That's pretty much what Konami's thinking right now. But in all honesty, in all seriousness, this is going to be a great counter for any pendulum-based deck now or in the future. And keep in mind, usually Konami will keep an anime going around for about 3 years. Hence, we're going to see pendulums for a good 3-ish years. And Killer Forts are the first meta-based pendulum deck. So in the future, we're going to see more of that. This will not be the only pendulum deck. So that means Darkfall here will get that much better over time. And if Konami ever goes and starts smoking some stuff and goes, you want to bring back Soul Charge, here you go, this takes care of Soul Charge. What other uses are there? I can't fully tell you besides Rescue Rabbit, Soul Charge being the most obvious and the pendulum drops. There are probably other uses for this that I can't remember off the top of my head, and that's why I count on you guys to create a discussion inside of the comments. And basically this is just more monster hate, and it's going to stop a lot of stupid shit. Some of you will go, well, why don't you just use Full House? Because we're talking about that next week. That and Blackhorn. We're going to go back on Blackhorn because of the errata. I just want to say that much. But I am in love with Darkfall. I think it's great. Also keep in mind Torrential Tribute's pretty good. If they drop the Pendulum drop, Torrential Tribute just wipes it. It's also something to keep in mind for those of you who don't think this is good enough. There you go. Anyway, I'm ready for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Council. Make sure to rate, comment, and subscribe. If there is a card we have yet to feature on Tech Tuesday, a deck you want to see, or any kind of video we have yet to do, then leave it in the comments below, and I promise you we'll get to it within a month. Why within a month? Because that's how backlogged I am. Fuck my life. Anyway, I'll see you later. I'm gonna go edit this, and I'll see you tonight on Tech Tuesday. Till then, peace. And I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.